in the top 16. FREDRIC AASBO, Norway, our hearts are with you. Oslo, we're watching. FREDRIC AASBO's leading, Ross Petty's giving chase. Need for Speed, Scion TC on Hankook tires, Ross Petty, Garage Boso, Falcon tires, the red, gold, and green Sylvia S15 with a V8 under the hood. FREDRIC AASBO riding the wall, dropping the Norwegian hammer. Power alley, nice flick from AASBO. Can he keep it sideways? Yes, he does. That answer is yes. Check the box that says yes for FREDRIC AASBO as Ross Petty brings it around that last clip. Let him know you're here, Seattle. Unreal flick by FREDRIC AASBO. You could see him just kind of flick it, snap it. I mean, in most cars, and I gotta say, most drivers, they would probably bulk that and come to a halt. But AASBO, is it his car setup or is it his driving, Tony, that keeps him just sideways through that loop there?
I mean, it's a bit of both. Definitely, he's a really aggressive driver, and you know, he sets his car up to be a bit looser than everybody else's, and it holds those deep, deep angles. So, I mean, the combination is it's a pretty staggering run right there.
Well, the team Need for Speed, Scion TC. Who we got down here? Is this Mickey and who we got? Victoria down here throwing out some t-shirts. DJ Miki Taka. If it only rained here in the Northwest, a lot of the Speed Hunters fans would be a lot happier. As Victoria, there were more comments as far as when the storm happened. Remember the New Jersey Rapture when it rained there? There were more comments on how Miki Taka looked when she was drenched, and there were more comments on that as opposed to anything else on that whole Formula Drift blog. So I think the Northwest fans would be psyched if it rained here. So we're now going to switch it up between FREDRIC AASBO and Ross Petty. Ross Petty's now going to lead, and we're ready to send it. FREDRIC AASBO, mind you, the invasion, the invasion, as I like to call it, is basically happened, and FREDRIC AASBO running a 4-cylinder turbo as opposed to the very popular V8. So here we go. Ross Petty's going to lead. FREDRIC AASBO's going to give chase. Initiated into the bank. AASBO actually a bit higher than Ross Petty, but now Ross Petty progressively pouring it on. Ross Petty out there. FREDRIC AASBO coming to a halt. So interesting turn of events here. As Ross Petty did go off course. Here's an instant replay here online. Sorry you can't, but I'll recount the instant replay. No utilization of a big screen here. The Shift 2 Unleash instant replay. As Ross Petty comes off the bank, he's overshooting. And he does have 3 tires off for Ross Petty as FREDRIC AASBO chases him out there, tries to maintain his hold. But Ross Petty, you can see the course actually dictated by the yellow lines. So in qualifying, let's be quite honest, 3 tires off is a 0 if you go off course. So, I mean, imagine a wall there, or basically an unforgiving kind of a kitty litter. If you go 2 tires off, okay, it's going to be a deduction. If you go 3 tires off, you're off course. So if you can imagine a wall there, he would have gone and hit a wall. So, Tony Angelo, in qualifying, you talk about 3 tires being off. Is that kind of coming into play here?
Yeah, of course. I mean, basically, there are limitations of where you can go on this track, whether or not it's all asphalt or not. Basically, the limit of the track right here is this yellow line. Anytime you're 1 tire off a deduction, 2 tires is a major deduction, and 3 tires is basically a full loss of control. He was nearly completely off the course, so that's going to weigh in heavily on the judge's decision, I'm sure.
Okay, well, you guys do your due diligence. We'll go to the judges in just a minute. They're going to basically digest both runs, AASBO and Petty. AASBO had a great lead run. And then now they switched it up as Ross Petty led. Ross Petty not too shabby there, quite a bit of distance on that first run, and AASBO amazingly keeps it out around that clip. Going to the judges, Lantaine, Angelo, and Yen. It's unanimous. FREDRIC AASBO gets the win. The pride of Norway, FREDRIC AASBO gets the win. And Ryan Lantaine did the